welcome to a brand new episode of Black, White, and Red All Over. I'm Victor Dandridge.
Ryan Seymour.
We got some good reading in this week.
Many tomes have been gone through thus
Yeah,
far.
this was a... I know I was supposed to hurry up and read. I did not do that well at all.
Yeah. I cut 4 books.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Good on you. I was plowing through mine. I was like, this is good. So we've got all 3 the same.
Yes.
That's a rarity.
That is very rare.
That's a rarity, especially because this is a hodgepodge of books here.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like a collective theme where you're like, oh.
This makes sense.
Yeah. Or is there? All of these are number 1s.
True.
Right?
Very true.
Brand new things. Okay, so we've got 3 houses represented equally because they're amazing. So we've got Aftershock, Marvel, and Image.
Yes.
Where do you want to start?
I don't know. Maybe the Image.
Okay.
Oh, shoot, I don't know. There's lots to talk about that one.
Yes, there are.
Because that was one that caught everybody off guard. Because we get our invoices as a retailer.
Right.
And Die is not on it.
Because you're like, what is this?
Right. There's a line item for retail appreciation book. And then the quantity that you got.
Retail appreciation.
Yeah.
We know what that means.
So I had no idea. Like, we're having to reset up the wall because we didn't know that
You
there was
know
gonna
this
be
was coming.
Yeah.
How many did you get?
Far less than I would have liked to have. That's probably the best way to phrase it.
As an unspoiler statement,
Yeah.
I totally understand that, actually.
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about this one, because this one's going to be a big talking point because, like you said, it was not expected.
Yeah.
Because obviously, like, this comes in based on the creative team.
Right.
The idea that you didn't know this was coming, you're like, somebody's fired.
Yeah.
Everybody's fired.
Somebody tell me. Like, it's cool. Like, maybe have it ship this week and we know it's coming.
Right.
And then, like, a retailer appreciation variant.
That would be awesome.
Then you could really...
All right, so writing-wise,
Yeah, I got Bobby K.
Bobby K is on here, and we love Bobby K. He's got 2 this week, which is
very
a big deal. And then wait, what's the other guy's name? Because I always say it wrong. Scott M. Gimple.
Yeah.
Not simple, but Gimple. Does that name sound familiar to you? Maybe? No? One of the key minds behind Breaking Bad.
Yeah. Which is probably the best story of American healthcare system out there.
That's one way to look at it. That's, it's kind of a very...
Pulling yourself up
as
by
a
the
documentary.
It's American way.
It's very can-do, okay? I am the one who knocks on the American health care system. That's what happens. You got to get it done.
Yeah.
Okay, so you take Bobby K.
Yes.
Okay, so the mind that brought us Walking Dead, Invincible. So many.
Oblivion song.
Oh God, Oblivion song, a new issue. That guy.
Yes.
The guy that brings us Breaking Bad.
Yeah, such a tightly woven, multifaceted
Oh my God.
story of crime and kind of redemption, and like all the other
So
and meth.
perfect.
Yeah,
So these guys they walk into a bar.
Yeah.
And they walk out with a book called Die.
Yeah.
Art wise,
Gorgeous.
this is Chris Burnham, who you might know from was it Batman Inc?
Yeah.
Is it?
I believe so.
Yeah. I enjoyed his work on that.
Yeah.
Too. It's got like this bigness to it.
Yeah.
Very line centric, which is really cool. I like those, and
Yeah.
it allows for Nathan Fairborn to do some awesome colors.
Yeah.
Which
Like,
he does.
like a dirty Rob Darrow kind of thing. Like a lot of line
Yes,
work,
yes,
very
yes.
kinetic.
I like muy mucho. So in this one, what is Die about? You have no idea when you actually open up this
You don't
book.
know who the main character is.
Not at all.
It's just amazing. It's like, try to say, like, do we want to say like the comic The Boys, where there's like a clandestine group?
That's a good start.
Yeah,
That's a good start.
but it doesn't fully.
Nope. Because it's like The Boys meets Kingsman
Yeah,
meets other things.
yeah. Explosions.
Lots of explosions.
A lot of people dying.
There's some violence on a scale that
Yes,
it's very specific.
yeah.
It's very specific.
It's very targeted at
very,
certain,
very pinpoint.
just right under my nose.
Right there.
It's
Spite your face, I swear.
Yeah.
This is an interesting story because it's obviously it's spy, political,
Yeah.
shoot 'em up thriller type thing. Very snappy dialogue.
Yeah, like the dialogue is really fun. It's entertaining. It's
Yeah.
funny at points. You laugh at stuff. You're like, oh, maybe I
Wait, I'm not supposed to laugh at
laugh
that.
at that. Yeah.
Yeah, this one's going to be a talking point kind of piece.
Oh yeah.
I expect people to be called BSs from now on.
That was an interesting conversation.
It was an interesting conversation, especially the way he just started. And you're like,
Yeah.
wait, what?
That's
And you're
just
like,
rando.
no. Just let me explain.
Yeah.
And it's funny too because that's not like a new idea. I've heard
No.
that before.
Yeah.
Obviously, I support it.
Yeah.
I would sign that document.
It makes sense.
Totally.
From my experience.
Bring that petition
Yeah.
my way. I will totally
Yeah.
John Hancock that one. This book,
Yeah.
you cannot talk about it without spoiling squat.
Right. Yeah. It's got the Kirkman twist at the end, which you're like,
Yes.
I need issue 2 to come out.
And you're like, oh,
Yeah. Because that took me a second. Because I was like,
wait a minute, wait a tick, hold on.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Kirkman twist is great. The dialogue of Gimple is fantastic. The art is great.
Yeah.
Yeah, the man.
Yeah. It's got.
It's got to think. Is this ongoing? Do we know anything else about this?
No, I think it's ongoing. That's past that. That's all I know. And it's got. It gave me like a real kind of like Azarello-ish sort of thing. 'Cause the way,
that's a good call.
especially the not conversation with the monologue.
Okay,
That the one person
okay.
has. I'm like, oh, that'd be the way to do. Oh, no, that's a better way.
Yes. Figuring out things, and then the fact that like the Tarantino-esque way of storytelling, where you start off at one point and then we get this. Oh,
Yeah.
we're back to square one, and now we see where
Yeah.
everything ties.
Yeah,
It's complicated.
Yeah.
but it's good.
Yeah.
Like this is not Grant Morrison. You get lost in the details.
It's complicated, but it pulls you along.
Right, and you just take that ride, and it's a good
Yeah.
read. So definitely that one.
Yeah.
M for Mature, please pay attention to that.
Yes.
It
Yeah.
is. I mean, it's called Die, Die, Die. Don't give this to a little kid.
Yeah, this is.
Look at the cover.
Yeah.
It's blood soaked.
Yeah.
Okay, scratch and sniff cover. Don't do it.
I probably wouldn't even show it to my kids. My kids have seen Hellraiser.
And you wouldn't show them this?
Yeah,
Hellraiser kinda-
It's scarier because it's like real government stuff.
You know what? That's a good point.
Yeah.
They'll stay awake at night for
Yeah.
sure. That's all in that one. Okay, where do you want to go next?
Well, we got 2 radically different books.
That is true.
On the back half.
That is very, very true.
Dang it, that's a toughie. I almost want to ask Jeremy, like, put him on the spot.
Jeremy, what should we do next, man?
Just go straight down.
Just go straight down?
Straight down.
Good
All
man,
right.
good man. Okay, so Spider-Man #1, parentheses 802.
Yeah.
Because legacy numbering.
Yeah.
Um,
And League of Comic Geeks, which we use for our Pulsar software, please, when they do this, like legacy numbering, don't make it a canceled series. So, like, these people still want the Amazing
They
Spider-Man.
still need
That's
that. They still
frustrating.
need that, man. It's kind of important. Okay, so here's the fun part for me. Bobby K writes the first book.
Yeah.
Ryan Otley is on this
Right.
next one. I'm like, this is my version of Invincible. It's not over. This week is so great. Thank you. I've missed them together. Like I really have. It's been kind of crazy how much I have.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they set the standard for
They-
how many years?
They did. Oh my God. They did. So, Amazing Spider-Man.
Yes.
We have Nick Spencer
Yes.
writing, Ryan Otley on art.
Yeah.
Nick, we've had an interesting sort of affair with
Yeah.
in terms of comic writing. We've enjoyed his stuff. We thought he was funny.
This astounding Ant-Man stuff.
Oh,
Amazing.
oh,
And then we've had the other side of the coin, which,
It's not a secret. The Empire sucked.
yeah.
In our opinion. In our opinion.
Yes.
That's what
our
we'll say.
opinion. It's art, so it's
Exactly.
subjective
Super
sucking.
subjective.
Yeah.
Good call. Him on Spider-Man, though.
Amazing.
Literally.
Yeah.
Spectacular.
Like I was curious where they were going to go when Slott left for
Right.
FF and for Iron Man, and I was like, well, Zardowski's doing a great job,
Why would we not give it to him?
right? And now I'm like, maybe you guys knew something.
Something
I
was in
didn't.
the water. They had sipped it. They
Yeah.
knew the flavor. It was right. Okay, so would you say this is taking Spider-Man back to the classic, the hapless guy that just can't quite win?
Yeah.
And considering the history of things, I mean, 10 years of Dan Slott, of that.
Yeah.
But how do you make it fresh? How do you make
Right.
it new?
Well, Dan had a very, very, very dark kind of vibe to it.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
And this is kind of the opposite. It's
Right.
very lighthearted.
Very true.
Parker just is constantly yapping.
Mm-hmm.
The villain interaction.
That's funny.
I can't.
That's actually really funny.
because that one panel where he realizes what's happening.
Yes.
Yeah.
That, you were
lost
like,
it.
wait, what? no, that's not.
That's not how it works.
That's
at
not
all.
what this is.
Yeah.
That's absolutely hilarious, and it's funny too because like you're right. Dan Slott's run reminds me of J. Michael Straczynski's run.
Yeah.
That had this very emotional tied to it.
Yeah.
And not even like, issue 36, the 9/11 issue,
Oh, yeah.
but it was just very heavy.
Yeah.
This one is like, I'm calling it the modern take on the animated series.
Yeah, because it's very, very lighthearted.
Right.
Very action. Like even when it's kind of slowed down.
It's still,
Yeah.
stuff is happening.
There were 2 backup-ish stories.
Okay, yeah.
That were pretty recent, and there was the last
Mhm.
page of the main where
Setting up the next.
yeah, because Tony Braxton started playing in my head,
It was so good.
and
So good.
you'll know what song I'm talking
Yeah,
about
you will.
when you pick it up and read it. 'Cause
Yes,
you
you
will.
will.
It was just amazing.
If you don't know, shame on you.
Yeah.
Do you feel like this is going to be a lasting era
I
for
hope.
Spider-Man?
I hope give us a run of several years.
Yeah,
'Cause
because
this
I
is-
need to see this develop and evolve.
Yeah.
And of course, the whole time I'm reading it, I've got Invincible playing in my mind.
Yeah.
And Bobby Kay had a long time to really build
Yeah.
Invincible, and obviously Ryan grew with him.
Yeah.
So I really want to see what these two guys do with Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Like that's,
Yeah.
I want to see this. Like,
I don't want it six issues.
No,
Here's
no,
a
no.
trade. We're done.
No,
Here's the
please
next
don't do that.
creative
Please don't do
team.
that.
Like no, give us.
make it fresh, make it real.
Yeah. They killed it.
Yes.
Absolutely, it was one of those because I'm a disturbingly large fan of
Yeah,
Spider-Man.
you're not that tall.
Yeah, I'm not that tall. I'm only about 6
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
But this was just like I just was eating it up. It was just so it was so good.
It was in the in jokes.
Yeah,
The one reference to the thing that most people hate.
yeah,
I was like, good job. Good job.
Yeah.
That's a good, like, we recognize, we know.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
just like make fun with it.
Yeah.
So that was a good read. It's a double-sized book though.
yes, yeah.
It's a thick one.
Mhm. It's like what $5.99.
$5.99. Yeah. $6 holler.
It's a Marvel number one, so automatically it's
Yeah.
yeah.
But it's gonna be a good read.
Yeah.
Like there's some good stuff through this.
Oh, yeah.
I can't say like even being familiar with Spider-Man, I can't say that any part of this was boring.
No, not
this
not
was
one
like-
bit. It was solid. It looked back at the slot run
Right.
and recognized it and used it as a foundation for
Exactly.
some stuff that would be spoiler if
Absolutely.
we talked about.
Absolutely. I will low key spoil one thing and say I never ever want anyone to say to me what Aunt May said.
Dude, that hurt.
Dude.
That was
that last
yeah.
line,
Yeah.
I was like, man,
Yeah.
forget you, Nick. Because that was painful.
But it's like it's
It
so
is.
true.
It is true.
It's so
It
true.
is so true. But that was painful. Like that was a low blow. Good job. Because that one, when I was like,
It was perfect. Like it was in that moment
yeah,
exactly what
Yeah.
Aunt May would have felt, would have said.
and Peter was absolutely right to be torn apart by that one.
Yeah.
So that's like the villain of this issue, Aunt May. Like she's the one that truly defeated Spider-Man in the best way possible. Aunt May.
just
So
those words hurt.
man, just. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
Yeah.
Like
Ugh, that doesn't even fully cover it.
no, it doesn't. It
'Cause it's
doesn't.
like
Because
multiple panels building up to it. Just heard
Oh, that
it's like
last one.
Shakespearean, just sort of.
Okay, we'll mess around and we'll spoil that. We're
Yeah.
not gonna talk about it. Relay number 1,
Mm-hmm.
Aftershock.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness.
Now you might have picked up Relay at Free Comic Book Day because there was
There
a
was
sampler,
Yeah.
and it gave you a hint, a
Yeah.
taste, a
No.
flavor.
No. It didn't give you nothing. You did
Because there's so much more.
there's
Yeah.
meat cake layers here. All right, so story by Donnie,
Mhm.
but written by Zach.
Yeah.
Okay. So I had to make sure I got that right because like I saw Kate's name at the end
Yeah.
and I'm like, wait,
Yeah, it's
But
like
he's a writer. How
tag
come-
team.
Right.
They've worked together.
which is cool.
Yes.
Which is cool. Wait, I just lost the artist's name because he's now like my new favorite. I absolutely adore
Oh,
him.
his stuff was amazing.
Yeah.
It had a very I don't know. Perez isn't the right word for
Okay,
it.
so here's my Andy Clark. There we go.
Yep.
Here's my breakdown. It's Frank Quitely meets Lanil Yu,
Oh,
right?
okay, yeah.
And there's like somebody else there
Yeah.
that I'm a fan of, like not Mobius, but like it's got a 2000 AD feel to
yeah,
it.
there's something very European about it.
Yeah,
But no-
and it's really, really good.
Yeah.
really good. This is a smart book.
Yeah.
Don't
It is.
don't be like, oh, I just wanted something quick to read. This is one that
There's some stuff going on.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like somewhere in between.
Look at that.
Yeah, I mean that's just gorgeous.
That
in
is
the way
nice.
it's somewhere in between Philip K. Dick and Arthur C. Clarke
Yes.
in terms of the story. It centers around, at some point in the past, somebody has brought some sort of alien monolith
Right.
intelligence, something that's trying to unify all these worlds, because if there's one reality, it all should work together.
Right.
And if you don't get in line with this, you're considered a heretic, you're
Right.
a criminal, and they're, as humans now, are able to go across stars and
Right.
space.
The worlds and whatnot.
They're trying to bring that to everybody else, which
Right.
is horrifying. Like the thought of an interstellar species that's like, hey, we've got this thing you want to follow, or we destroy
Or
you.
we kill you now. I actually took it as an allegory to European settlers wanting to come over to the West and
Yeah.
try to, do missionary work, essentially,
Yeah.
with this intergalactic concept.
Yeah.
If that sounds a little Grant Morrison-y to you, it kind of is,
It's got a little bit of that.
but it's a little bit more accessible.
Yeah, no, it really is, because at no point was I like, all right, wait, who, what?
Right.
It was all
Get
made
these
sense.
people, and you're there. You got basically 3 people that you're
Yeah.
really introduced to early on, and you can follow them, and it works
Yeah.
out really well.
I keep coming back to that page. It's so
It's such an
beautiful.
awesome spread, like
Yeah.
so early in the book too. But the details of this are like a nice play out. Like, okay, this is gonna sound weird,
Okay.
but you kids out there know what an album is. When an album had a concept that flowed throughout the entire
Yeah.
thing, it wasn't just a couple of random songs put together,
Yeah.
but it told a story. That's kind of what this is. Like, you get one little piece, and then it builds up to there's this other thing,
Yeah.
and then this other thing, and it's all in one issue because it's not just this straightforward narrative.
Yeah.
You've got this
Yeah.
world that they're building. It's very complicated, but told to you in a very digestible way. Because like if you think about it, like we were introduced to the idea that there are rival factions
Yeah.
of understanding here. We've got a police force that
Yeah.
we understand what they do and somewhat why they do it.
Yeah.
We recognize that even within said police force, there's individuality.
Yeah.
There's so much here.
Yeah.
But it's told really well.
Yeah, and I don't know who the good guy and the bad guy is.
Right.
Like at this point, like,
It's still just this very loose notion of here's what it is.
Yeah.
There are rules that you have to follow.
Yeah.
You might not necessarily believe, but you have to follow
Yeah.
the rules. Which I'm like, I can get with that.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I don't like it, but look, this is the straight and narrow
Yeah.
part. Nah, I get it.
Yeah.
It's interesting, man.
Yeah.
Like I feel like this one is going to be a very, very deep,
yeah,
heady kind of read.
yeah. So if you're looking for something a little bit meatier than, I don't know, just Deadpool or
Right,
something,
right.
something like more complex and intellectual, but without being impenetrable.
Exactly.
This I highly
That's a good one.
recommend.
That's a good one. I could see that one if you were sitting on the potty and you wanted something substantial to read because you're going to be there for a minute.
Yeah, this
That's
is
the one. That's the one. And
And that's our potty pick of the week.
call that an aftershock, if you will. Yeah, that's right. Dude, I swear, like they come up with some titles that
Yeah,
it reinvigorates the medium
yeah.
in a really big way. Like this is like Blade Runner-esque
Yeah.
to me. Like
Yeah.
that's the vibe that I
Yeah,
get.
no, really. Oh, we should have used that as part of the description.
But I mean, you said Philip K. Dick, which Blade Runner, like that's in there.
Yeah, it's in there.
That's a really good read. I don't know which I could say is my favorite read of the week.
There,
There are really, really good ones here
yeah.
for different reasons.
Yeah.
Like,
that's gonna be tough. Like
Yeah.
picking what we're gonna spoil. I don't even at this point. I don't even know.
I'm spoiled. Let's just leave it at that. But while we figure that out,
Yeah.
let's go for some honorable mentions. All right, so honorable mention wise, we've got two that are the same.
Two that are the
and then
same.
we go very, very differently.
And you made the right life choice on that one.
Sorry,
I went in with such like it's Alan Moore.
right.
This is my stuff.
This is your okay.
and-
Let's just talk about it. Let's just get out of the way. What did you read? What is this?
Okay. The new League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, The Tempest, Alan Moore, Kevin O'Neill, same creative team for all the other League of Extraordinary Gentlemen stuff.
Right.
Now, Alan has like the first 2 volumes of League of Extraordinary Gentlemen were pretty straightforward.
Right.
Famous fictional characters that in this universe are real, and they're part of like a underground secret group that tries to prevent bad stuff from happening.
Right.
And it got a
this
little
gets weird really fast,
weirder.
doesn't
Yeah,
it?
it doesn't even mess around.
Okay.
You're like 9 panels in, boom.
Okay.
Crazy sauce.
Let's go.
And so this one takes place in the past and in like the super far future, and there's time travelers, and then there's like agents of Smirsh from like the original Casino Royale. So like like that one, Woody Allen is in it. It's just I don't even know.
Okay.
And I like weird stuff, but
see, this is one that you probably should have stretched before you tried to read this one.
yeah,
I mean, wow, that really is Woody Allen.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And it takes like all those like Flint and all those like spy movies that popped up in the 60s after James Bond got successful, and it's all part of the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen universe.
I mean, it has the potential to be something very stellar.
Yes.
However, I can recognize that
There's a lot going on.
there's a whole lot.
Time traveling Mina Harks. Like I don't
Risky Comics, is this? Who published this? I mean, it says Great Britain.
yeah.
Is that a new
I don't know.
company? Co-published by Top Shelf and Knockabout Comics.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's weird, like real weird. Like I don't even know if it's got a point weird, which hurts saying because I love Alan Moore's work so much. But
Right.
This is
All right, so here's a weird question.
Mhm.
This says the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. I thought that belonged to Wildstorm in DC.
I thought so too, but apparently
I'm not going to touch that then. I'm just going to let that trickle off and be what it is. So was it not fun to read?
I don't know. Like that's the thing. I'm gonna read issue 2, but I'm not like looking forward to it.
Right, you're like, I just gotta. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I get that.
Yeah.
I get that. I'm sorry. Well, for my trouble, I read Oblivion Song number 5 because I'm awesome. Stuff happens. I can't spoil it. And this is a big issue full of spoilers. We know where we left off. Nathan was looking for his brother.
Yeah.
Potentially found some people that were like, we might know this guy.
Yeah.
This continues that story. Anything else I say is literally a spoiler. I cannot say anything else without spoiling it. It's drawn well. It's written well. It's good dialogue.
Probably some of those weird bubbly
There's some
fungusy.
good some of those. There's maybe one or two. Like I'm literally trying to think if there's anything I can say that's not a spoiler.
It doesn't suck. Like by choice.
That does not suck at all. No, this is a great read. A really good read. I cannot say anything that wouldn't be a spoiler. Like I'm literally like, well, I could nope, you can't say nope. That's a no.
Yeah.
So
28
read that.
pages.
Read that.
Yeah.
Read that
Lots of
because
dramas.
it's good, especially if you've been following it this whole time.
Yeah.
It's a great read. It's a fun thing. I need a movie, a show of this because this is solid.
Oh, yeah.
This is really solid. All right. Where do you want to go? Do you want to go up and away, or a little bit more down to earth?
I think I'll go down to earth.
Down to earth it is. I like it.
Rob killed it with this book.
So, Rob is our guy. First and foremost, we got to thank you because when we were at C2E2, we had a little bit of a like, oh my god,
Snafu with my press pass.
yes. And Rob was kind enough to give Ryan his extra badge so that we could go to C2E2. So, Rob, for no other reason alone, we had to give you some shine on this one. And then we read it.
Yeah, it was completely earned because it was.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so Farmhand. Now, if you're familiar with Rob's work from Chew, you know what kind of fun, like kind of kooky storytelling stuff he's into.
This does not disappoint.
Not at all. I gotta give a shout out to my buddy Bill, who's here with us, and he was like, "Yo," in reading this, Jurassic Park is what's playing in my head, and I'm like, conceptually, yes, great idea, scientific, breakthrough. Horrible potential. Like one of those things where you're just like, yeah, that would be cool. Don't do that.
No.
Don't do that.
Yeah, because you're like, people that are injured in car accidents, wars,
So fantastic.
birth defects.
So
You can
fantastic.
fix all these things.
Can we explain that without spoiling? You know what? I'm just gonna go for it. I'm just gonna go for it.
Yeah, because I think it doesn't ruin anything.
No, it barely scratches the surface. Okay, so imagine if there was a farm that instead of growing fruits and vegetables, grew organs for people.
Scalps, fingers, eyes,
Limbs.
kidneys.
Yeah, hearts. like they found a way to literally grow the things that we need as human beings. You know,
and they mesh perfectly with our organs.
Right.
So there's no trying to find the right match.
No.
You're just like,
it naturally replicates what it needs to fit the environment that it's introduced, which would be your body.
but that doesn't.
That's just that's the frame, right?
Yeah.
What could go wrong? And that's not even like saying what is actually in this story.
Yeah.
Like we are just getting introduced to this world where this guy is a writer who's finally returning home.
Yeah.
And his father is the genius behind this farm.
So it's got this family aspect to it, and that draws you in. But then there is all of this other like humor and like the signs in the background.
If you don't read the signs, there's no point in you picking up this book.
Yeah.
Read the signs.
Yeah.
They're hilarious. This book is, I think, one of those things that's really kind of it's low-key brilliant.
Yeah.
Because like you can look at it and be like, oh, this is simple.
Yeah.
It's kid stuff.
Yeah. No.
No. This right here is like a Robot Chicken movie waiting to happen.
Yeah.
Like, I would love to see an Adult Swim take on this because it could go just that wild.
Yeah,
like literally
especially
that crazy.
when you're opening sequence.
That sequence kind of messed me up.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm creeped out. As the family says, no one's sleeping tonight.
Yeah.
The art is beautiful in a way that Rob does.
Yeah.
If you're familiar with his style of work, the sense of action and kinetics and just kind of humor his work naturally has.
Yeah, because there's a playfulness about it.
Yeah.
And it's just amazing. I'm so glad that I read it.
Yeah, it's good. And I think he did everything. Like, he's a one-man band on this one. So definitely give some support to Rob for this one because it's a cool story.
Yeah.
It's kooky. Yeah. And definitely is going to make for a fun harvest season. Yes. Yeah, that's right. I did that. I did that. Speaking of farmers.
Yes.
Superman #1, Brian Michael Bendis, Ivan Reyes.
It picks up very nicely from where the miniseries left off.
Right, the Man of Steel series. What we know, all right, so I'm never going to remember this guy's name. It's so bad.
Roggle.
Because that's why. I can't say that with a straight face. Has destroyed Krypton, destroyed the Fortress of Solitude. Lois and John have gone with Jor-El into space. This is the setup, okay? So John can learn more about himself, essentially.
Which doesn't 100% not make sense.
Right?
But
you've got the stage. So you've got Superman is estranged from Lois and John. He's still trying to, be Superman in this world. Justice League makes an appearance. Martian Manhunter specifically makes an appearance.
That conversation is very thought-provoking.
It was very, very thought-provoking. And there are aspects of it that I enjoyed, and then there were parts of it that I didn't understand why the Martian didn't go with him in some places. And for me, it was like, clearly, as a telepath, I feel like maybe it's a violation to be in his head like that, but I feel like he should have been like, oh, okay, come on.
Yeah.
And then, you ready? We'll go.
Yeah.
Whatever. But it's setting up a very interesting mythos perspective for Superman.
Yeah. And
that part, that's a very, very tricky.
Yeah, I would not want to be on Earthling in this situation.
And that puts us in a very dire spot. Yeah. I do feel like Superman acted a little brashly at one section.
Yeah.
While circumstances being what they are, he probably presumed correctly.
Yes.
But it was still just a presumption.
I agree.
And I'm like, I feel like maybe that would have gone a little differently.
Yeah.
Maybe a nice little tap on the glass and being like, "What you doing?" would have been better. Instead, he starts Supermaning up, and I was like, I don't know if that's right.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's right.
I mean, look, his wife and kid are now in space with your evil douchebag.
Which I get. I totally get that. But then at the same time, I'm also asking questions of, because in the Man of Steel series, he had a communicator that he could communicate with them. It gets destroyed in the fight with Roggle. not gonna not do that now. But here's my problem. Okay, this is me Thursday morning quarterbacking. I know.
Fans of the
so
Canadian
bad.
Football League.
All right, so wait, where are we at? All right, so you got this group of guys here, right?
Yeah.
You had this device that could communicate, and it broke.
Yeah. You would think.
You think there's anybody here that could make a similar device?
Scott, maybe.
I mean, like maybe that guy could literally make that device, or call some of his friends and be like, "Hey, my buddy Clark is looking for his family.
Yeah.
You guys know where they are? Can you keep an eye on them?" You think maybe we could do that?
If only there was like a group of interconnected and networking people in various places,
Portions of space,
like sectors.
that would
maybe
be
even.
weird. It's so weird. I don't even know, but you would think like if there's anybody that could try to keep tabs, it might be those guys.
Maybe. Just thinking outside the box.
Thursday morning quarterback. I'm sorry, Brian. I love you. I respect you. I'm just throwing it out there. That seemed to be like an easy fix.
Yeah.
Just throwing it out there. So it was a good read, though. It was
was.
a good read.
It was.
Like
That's
it's just one of those details. Like I don't know. I keep harkening back to obviously Brian has a specific take on Superman.
Yes.
It's very grounded, very real.
Yeah.
I just kind of think that was a stupid move.
Kind of a weird one. Like,
Oh man, I broke my phone. Well, I can make anything. Literally make anything.
Yeah.
But I don't ask you to make my phone. Nope.
No.
I'm just like, it's broken. Ah!
Roggle.
And my deductible is so high, I can't afford to get it replaced. This is so bad. It's just one of those weird things. I don't know. Overall, though, this is a fantastic week.
Aside from one thing, I loved everything I read.
You're allowed to make mistakes, man.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. You guys got anything planned for this week?
No?
Okay, I mean that's fair.
Yeah.
You're like, wait, why? Am I supposed to?
Whatever.
It's fair. No. This week you can find me. I'm traveling across the country to Boise, Idaho.
Yeah.
Wizard World Boise, an inaugural show. I don't even know what we're gonna do there. Like, I don't know. Like, I hear Boise is actually like a nice city, and so I'm like, let's go. Let's figure it out.
Yeah.
Let's see what's going on. So if you guys would, if you know anyone in Boise, if you're in Boise, in the comments, let me know some place that I need to go to eat because I'm a fat kid.
Yeah.
And I want to try some foods.
Good places to eat. Maybe karaoke. That's an option.
I mean, you don't want to hear me sing. And if I took my mom, she could sing and it'd be amazing. You stop it. You stop that. You don't have that video. You do not have that video. Is not the video you're looking for. But definitely let me know some stuff. And if you have not bought your ticket, and you shouldn't, not until I give you this code, Vantage, saves you 20% off. General admission at the door. I'm sorry, online. You have to do it online. But definitely come through, come check us out, and see what kind of fun we can have.
Yeah. And if you're in Columbus, you can come touch my beard.
I'm leaving. That's not fair. That's not fair.